preparing your space, maybe rolling out your mat, or for today's practice it might be a pink sarong. That's cool. And then take a seat. Sit comfortably. Hi and welcome to Yoga Sissel. Arriving, feeling your spine tall, your seat firmly on the floor, palms together, namaste, welcome. Release your hands to your knees, and just taking a moment here as we arrive into the space, preparing to practice, feeling the breath move in and out of your nostrils. And then rolling onto all fours, placing your palms firmly on the mat. And from here, sitting your bottoms back onto your heels, stretch your hands out in front. Extended child's pose. I like to think of this as a bit of a yawn for the spine. Reaching the sides of your body, the back of your body as long as possible. Bottom stretched down towards your heels. And from here, slowly coming up to all fours. Maybe arranging yourselves. Again, knees beneath hips, hands beneath shoulders. And only moving the heart down and up. Notice the arms stay straight. Trying not to move the hips. Lower the heart down between your arms. And then press up between your shoulders. Lower all the way down. Isolating the movement to the shoulders and the upper part of the spine. Opening around the front of the heart. And opening around the back of the heart. A few more times. And lifting up. And then neutral. Moving the hips from side to side. Squeeze the side of your waistline and then across to the second side. Squeeze your waistline. This time keeping your shoulders still. Moving your hips from side to side. Squeezing your waistline. Feeling your spine moving in a side to side fashion. And then making big figure of eights. From the left knee forward, right arm, right leg, left leg, right arm, right leg. So nice big fluid S shapes, figure of eights. And then moving in the other direction. We're trying to move the spine as fluidly as possible, get as much mobility along the spinal column. Maybe even feel the movement into your hips and your shoulders. Trying to get the spine as juicy before we move on to the next part. So find your way back to a comfortable seated position, cross-legged maybe. And let me just demonstrate what will happen when we move onto the floor. You'll lie with your one arm at a diagonal. We're going to stretch the front of our armpit chest area while the opposite fingers stay on the floor, our ear to the mat. So make your way onto your bellies. We'll start with the right arm. Coming all the way down, make sure you've got space, and then extending your right arm forward on the diagonal, the right ear to the floor, and coming up onto the left fingertips. You can use your left leg as a bit of a rudder or a lever to help twist you a little bit deeper, but without toppling over. And staying here for a few breaths. Let your weight become heavier into the front of your right chest, allowing the muscles to gently stretch. And after a few breaths here, we'll roll back onto our bellies. Right arm along your side, left knee bends. Measure your left wrist to the knee, and you'll know you've got a 90-degree angle. And this is a gentle way to open into the left hip. So again, allowing the weight of your body to really become heavy. Gentle way to ease open into your hips. Breathing all the way down into your belly and your lower back. As you exhale, feeling the hip becoming heavier and heavier. Staying here, breathing in and out. Letting go of tension. And after a few breaths, extending the leg, we're coming on to the second side. So left arm forward on the diagonal, right fingertips on the floor. And then just adjusting yourself, right leg like a lever, and twisting towards the left side of your body. The left armpit chest area is being opened. Right fingertips on the floor, again also helping to twist your upper body. Breathing in and out, especially to the area of tension. And then come back onto your belly. Left arm along your side, right knee bends. Measure wrist to knee. And then ease into the position. Draw your breath down to your lower back and your hip area, with your exhalation becoming heavier, sinking down into the floor. Follow the breath in through your nose, down to your lower back, maybe the front of your hip, and softly, gently exhaling all the way back out. Again, we'll spend a few breaths here. A really nice way to ease into the hips. And then stretch your legs out behind you. Let's start strengthening along the spine. So coming all the way onto your belly, hands beneath your shoulders. From here, lifting your hands off the floor, lifting your head, shoulders, your chest, and then coming all the way down. We're lifting from the lower back first. So lifting lower back, middle back, upper back, hands, chest, head, and lower all the way down. Lower back, middle back, upper back, hands, chest, shoulders, and head, and lower all the way down. Lifting up, unsupported cobra pose, and lower all the way down. And then lifting all the way up, and we're holding here. Press down to the tops of your feet, your hips pressing down into the mat. The hands lifted, shoulder blades squeezing together. And make sure you're still breathing. Breathing in through your nose. Maybe noticing as you inhale, you lift slightly. As you exhale, you sink slightly. And gently lower all the way down. Arms along your side. Turn your ear to the mat. An opportunity here to breathe again all the way into your lower back. Using your breath to massage your body from the inside. Releasing any tension you might be carrying into your lower back. Allowing your body to become heavy. And then we're going to return once more, forehead to the floor, hands beneath our shoulders. And lifting back to your unsupported cobra, maybe lifting the feet off the floor. High. Okay. We're going to add a little movement from side to side. Slowly, gently. I call this the hammerhead. Moving to the left, through center, and to the right. Back through center. Nice and gentle. If you're feeling anything into your lower back, try lowering your feet all the way to the floor. If you'd like a little stronger practice, keep your legs lifted. A few more times from side to side, moving gently. Make sure you're still breathing. And back to center. From here, hold it. Maybe lift a little higher. And then come all the way down. Arms along your side, turning your ear to the mat. If you need to look at the camera, maybe turning the same ear to the floor. Otherwise, turning the opposite ear to the floor so we even out the neck. Breathing all the way down into your lower back, middle back, upper back, and letting your exhalation find its own way out. Last round. This time, lifting your... We're going to just adjust ourselves in case you need a little bit more space. I certainly do. There's a wall in my way. And then lift your arms and your legs and then push out through your palms. Strong arms, as if you wanted to reach back and press your hands into the wall that's behind you. Toes reaching long, hips pressing down. Make sure the sides of your neck, the back of your neck, feeling long, not compressing anywhere. And gently lower all the way down. Rest your hands on top of each other. Rest your forehead onto your hands. The slight angle at the front of your body with your head and shoulders elevated, acting as a bit of an opportunity to massage your diaphragm. Breathing all the way down to your lower back and your belly, and letting your exhalation find its own way out. With every breath, massaging our insides. Letting go of tension. And bring your hands beneath your shoulders, tuck your toes, press up to all fours. And then sitting back onto your heels once more, extending your arms out in front. Stretch the sides of your body, stretch the back of your body. Hips pressing down towards your heels. Follow the breath in and out through your nose, letting your breath fill the back of your body. And coming up to all fours, tuck your toes, adjust your knees, and sit back onto your heels. Press your bottom down into the back of your heels. I call this puppy stretch. We're going to do a bit of dynamic movement using our puppy stretch to help juicify along the spine. So with your hands pressing down, your breath moving all the way down your back. Feel your body becoming longer and longer. Connecting your hands into the floor, preparing to move, rolling along the spine, come forward, and then roll along the spine all the way back to your heels. This is the transition, rolling along the spine, coming forward, and then rolling all the way back. Trying to round your spine as much as you can as you come forward, maybe lowering halfway, maybe bending your elbows slightly, and then moving all the way back. Rounding along your spine, feel your core engage, come forward, and roll all the way back. Now we're going to add a little more. Rolling all the way forward, lift your knees off the floor, and stretch back to your downward facing dog. Lift your heels, roll forward, and back to your downward facing dog. Maybe adjust yourself if you need to get back onto the mat. And then lift your heels up high, roll forward, lift up, roll back. A few more times. Heels lift, rolling along the spine forward, roll along the spine, sinking the heels. Lifting from your heels, roll forward, and roll back, down dog, sink your heels. Lift your heels, rolling forward, high plank, lift up, roll back, sink the heels. Now maybe stay here, or we're going to add a little bit more. Lift up, roll forward, and bring your knees to the mat, puppy stretch. We're going to combine the two, rolling forward, lift the knees, downward facing dog. Lift your heels, roll forward, knees to the mat, puppy stretch. Rolling forward, lift your knees, press it back, down dog. And you can always choose to come back every time to puppy stretch or every time to down dog. The practice is all yours. So do what feels appropriate for you. Maybe back to downward facing dog. Rolling forward and back to puppy stretch. And staying here or coming forward one more time, lifting up and press it back. Hold it here. Feeling your strong downward facing dog. Sit bones reaching to the back of your heels. Hands pressing down the sides of your body long. And your ribs lifting up towards your spine. Yeah, it feels so good. Opening up the entire back line of the body. Feel the breath moving in and out of your nose. And coming forward all the way back to your cross-legged position. We're now on the floor. Making sure you feel comfortable and adjust yourself. Okay, so this is the floor. In this part, we're going to move from the belly button, just below the belly button. It's called navel center. Now I'm going to turn myself to the side so it's a little bit easier to see. And then extending your right leg long, bend your left knee. Again, moving from the navel center just below the belly button. It's going to be a lot of rounding, mobilizing the spine from side to side. Hold on to a small invisible energy ball and reach up on the right side. Roll down through center, lift up on the left side. Roll down through center, lifting up on the right side. And then rolling forward, reach with your elbows and letting your left arm scoop wide and back to center. And we go again. Lifting up on the right side. Roll down through center. Lift up on the left. Roll down through center. Lifting up on the right, and then roll forward. Reach with your elbow. Left arm sweeps around, scoops up. One more time. Lift up on the right. Roll down through center. Lift up on the left. Roll down through center. Lift up on the right. Rolling forward, the elbow reaches. Left arm sweeps wide, scooping up. Back to center. Lifting up and down. Up to the left. Down through center. Lifting up and reaching forward. Roll forward. Left arm scoops out wide. Fifth and final time. Roll down through center. Up on the left. Down through center. Up on the right. Down, forward. Left arm sweeps and scoops up. All the way back to home. Sweep your arms wide and up. And changing the position of your legs. Left leg out in front. Arms down. And holding on to your energy ball. Lift up on the left. Down through center. Reach up on the right. Down through center. Lift up on the left. And reaching, rolling forward. Right arm sweeps and scoops up. Coming back to center. Lift up on the left. Down through center. Reaching up on the right. Down through center. Reaching up on the left and rolling forward. Elbow reaches and right arm sweeps and scoops up. Back to home. Few more times, lifting up on the left. Roll down through center. Reaching up on the right. Roll down through center. Up on the left. And then coming forward. Reach with your elbow. Right arm sweeps wide, scooping up along the leg back to your navel. And lifting up on the left. Roll down through center. Lift up on the right. Roll down through center. Lifting up on the left and rolling forward. Reach with your elbow. Right arm sweeps wide, scoops up, bringing it all back to home. Last time, up on the left. Down through center. Up on the right. Down through center. Really mobilizing the lowest part of our spine. And then rolling forward. Left elbow reaches. Right arm sweeps wide. Scoops up, bringing it all back to home. One last time. I forgot. And lifting up on the right. Down through center. And lifting up on the left. Reach forward. Right arm scoops wide. This feels so good. You easily want to do it a lot of times. And then reaching your arms all the way up. And bring your hands down through center. I'm just going to adjust myself. You find your way back into a cross-legged position. Maybe adjusting your hair. Everything needs to look all pretty and nice. And then sweep your arms all the way up. From here, bring your hands together all the way down. A little bit more movement from your lower back, moving from just below your belly button. Inhale to the right. And sweeping forward and across to the left, back through center. From the right, reaching forward, across to left. Inhale back through center. And then as you exhale, reaching forward and across, back through center. Right side, reaching forward, across to the left, back through center. Last time. Sweeping across and back on the left side. As you inhale, letting your hands float all the way up, change the cross of your legs without the help of your hands, and then bring your hands all the way back down. Inhaling to your left, reaching forward and across to the right, Inhale back through center. Exhale, reaching forward, hips stretch back. Cross to the right, back through center. Reaching from the left, forward and around to the right, back through center. Reaching across, sweeping past the floor. And one more time, reaching from the left, sweeping forward, across to the right, and back to center. Again, sweeping your arms all the way up, reaching for the sun, and bring your hands together all the way down the midline. And now just, again, adjust yourself if you need. Sweep your hands all the way up, resetting, and then bring your palms together to the outside of your left knee. Let your right fingers peel all the way along your arm past your collarbones, all the way up towards the sun, and then reach straight forward, thumb points down, fingers forward. Turn the palm flat, pull the hand along the floor all the way back in, and release. Sweep your arms all the way up, resetting. Then bring your hands together to the outside of left knee, right shoulder to right knee. Inhaling the left fingers along the arm, your collarbones, your shoulder, all the way up. And then leaning forward, thumb points down, fingers forward. Exhale. Inhaling the hand all the way back to your navel, coming upright, and release. Changing the cross of your legs without the help of your hands, sweeping your arms up. And then bring your hands all the way across to the right knee, left shoulder to left knee. Inhaling, right fingers peeling all the way up, stretching up towards the sun. And then the arm comes forward, thumb down. The palm turns flat towards the floor. Draw the hand all the way back in. And release. Last side, inhaling all the way up. Palms touching. Come all the way down. Hands across to the left knee. Right shoulder to right knee. And inhaling, the fingers peel back past the collarbones all the way up towards the sun. Reaching and forward, thumb down, fingers forward. Palm turns flat, draw the hand all the way along the floor back to your navel. And release. Inhaling the hands all the way up, saluting the sun. And bring the hands down through center. From here, I need to turn side on, maybe you don't. And then just from our cross-legged seated position, we're going to roll all the way down. So make sure there's nothing behind you, and then rolling all the way down. Lying for a moment here, with our legs crossed, hands placed on your lower belly, and feel your breath move down into your belly and all the way out. Breathing nice and slow all the way down into your belly, letting your belly fill up into your hands, and all the way slowly, gently out. Feeling how the front of your hips, the front of your body opens. The breath can move deep, filling up your body, filling into your hands, and it can sink, finding its own way out. Taking a few moments here, allowing everything to soften down, feeling the breath. And from here, you might like to release your hands to the floor and extend your legs out in front, arriving into our final pose of relaxation, Shavasana. Allowing everything to become soft, allowing everything to become heavy. And staying here for as long as you like, just enjoying and savoring the moment. Thank you for practicing. Namaste.